So it's a crazy story. I think nobody would gonna believe that, I guess. My first product was a winning product, and then we tested another product on the same niche,
Mhm.
and that product was a winning product. And then I thought like, okay, let's give it a try for the bigger margin products. So
Mhm.
that did not work for me because I did not executed it well. And then I started on the niche, and six product I have tested one by one, and six of them were winning products.
Out of 9 products, you had 8 winners.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes, you heard it right. He tested 9 products and had 8 winners. That's a crazy thing to say, but it's actually true. And in the whole video, we're gonna discuss how he managed to do that, what specific things he followed to make it work. He's one of my 7-figure students, constantly making over 10K profit every single month. And it's gonna be a very interesting interview because he is the prime example of overcoming problems. When he started out, he almost had no money. He's from India. He had extremely big problems with all the payment providers because basically the payment providers didn't want to work with Indian people who do good numbers. He had really big problems with everything he did. He had to pay weird taxes on Facebook. He had to run a store on only PayPal. And also he was constantly getting blocked by everything, okay? He figured out all the solutions to every single problem, and we're gonna dissect how he did that and what mindset he also has to actually make it work. Also, we're gonna talk about what specifically you have to do to have the highest ratio possible from winning to losing products. Imagine having 8 out of 9 winners. That's extremely good, and it's for sure way above average. So watch the whole thing and let's get started.
So, yeah, welcome to the interview, Gaurav. I'm starting the recording now. Basically, Gaurav is one of my OG students. It started a while ago, I think almost 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been a crazy ride. Maybe you can explain kind of your background, what happened to you for the last couple of years, where you come from, and what your story is.
Okay, so basically I am from India, and before drop shipping, I was doing 9 to 5 job for around 4.5 years. And then this come like everybody come to a point where okay, I need to do something different, I need to dream big or something like that. So I was just exploring things about Amazon FBA and all those things. So I was very fascinated about the drop shipping and all those big numbers all the YouTubers were showing. So I thought like okay, let's give it a try. And I have given first try, got around like after spending $100, I got my first order. Obviously that too in a loss. I realized okay, this business model works. I need to find somebody who can teach me and who knows better. So after a lot of struggle, I finally found you, and thank to God, I'm very grateful till today, because from then everything changed, because we followed everything what you said, and here I am right now. I've done a good numbers till now. Yeah, life has
Yeah.
changed drastically from quitting IT job to a full time. Now I can take 2 months vacation without worrying about any money or anything right now. So yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I'm really glad how it worked out. Maybe you can quickly share like the numbers you made so far, and how
Yeah.
everything went on that, and then we can get into the details how you actually managed to do all of that.
So some of my stores I'm not able to show because that is
Mm-hmm.
now paused. But yeah, these are the few recent stores. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which just started. Yeah. So maybe I'll just
So
refresh it.
yeah, so this is 245K. For some reason
Yeah.
in India, the commas and dots are a little bit weird on the numbers, but maybe you can go to like a smaller time frame, like a month or like a good month or like the last month even doesn't matter.
Maybe some other store. This store you
Mhm.
can see over here, like
Yeah.
it's 288K around something.
Hmm. Hmm. And maybe go to the last couple of days. I was seeing like yesterday or so. Um, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So like in the last 1.5 months in this store, you made 48K, and you have how many stores do you have in total?
I have five right now, but two
Hmm.
are paused because I was in a long vacation. So only three stores are running right now. This is my third store, and this is
Hmm.
the one of my second store, like the first store got shut down because of some issues, so we kind of create a brand out of it. That my first product still, you still
Yeah.
remember, right?
Yeah.
So that's still selling, and we have done a lot, around like 600-700K from just one product.
Nice. And how much did you make in total?
More than $1 million in revenue.
Nice.
And
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, cool. And what about the profit margins? How are the profit margins in the stores
So
in
it depends
total?
on the product to product, but if you just at a very good product where the upsell potential is greater, where we have like 20 to 25% profit margin at a decent
Mm-hmm.
scale. But for some product like where not upsell potential is that much, it's around like
Mm-hmm.
18%, 15%.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And currently, how much profit per month are you making approximately?
15K, around 10 to 15K,
Yeah.
consistently from, I don't know, from last how many months.
Yeah. And this is a crazy thing because you basically live in India,
Yeah.
where maybe you can talk about the average salary there, how everything is normally there.
So maybe I can stop sharing and then.
Yeah. Yeah. You can shop stuff.
Yeah. So basically, my monthly salary was around like $1,000, and by joining your program, after I think just 2 months, I was doing like $1,000 per day profit.
Per day profit.
Per day profit. So that
Yeah.
was crazy. That was crazy enough. Though a lot of ups and downs came, but that
Mm-hmm.
realized me like, okay, there's a more to life, and we need to think big at any point of time. Even if you're doing $1,000 or $200, you need to think big, and that what thinking big bring me here right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and for you especially, like what you told me, from my understanding, the 1K, making like 1K like as a regular salary in India is actually a pretty good one. Like
Yeah,
normally you would
decent
even
one.
make
Yeah,
less.
yeah. At
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I was doing that in one day.
It's really crazy. It's really crazy how kind of the trajectory went from there.
Yeah.
But what would you say were kind of the key points? I mean, what were the main learnings from my program and in general? Why did it work out well for you?
I think when I decided because the amount which you asked me to pay at the starting,
Hmm.
from being in India and who is earning like 70,000 and who need to pay rent and all those kind of a thing, manage families, all those things. It was a big money. It was like three, four, like it was a lot of money at that time for me, and I could not afford that money. But I took like 100%. Like I thought about a lot of things. I checked my credit card. Okay, would I be able to pay all those things? And still, I still remember the days where like, okay, I need to pay through credit cards, and different credit cards were $500 maximum budget was there for the credit card. I hope you remember that.
Yes,
So
I remember how I almost didn't take you into the program because you were super annoying with it. Like I thought you're not even like you're lying to me or something because I thought that you're just kind of postponing the payments in the
no,
very
no, no.
beginning, you know.
So it
But
was
then
a
I actually
credit card
realized
problem
you
in
were
India.
very broke. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So so I took the risk. I put my 100. But I think the major learning behind this success is that if you're doing something, you put everything in that particular bucket. So I was not focusing on my job before that. I thought like, okay, let's give a 1 year or 2 year to this particular thing, and I need to make it, because if this thing will not work, I am broke. I'm on road, and I need to like put my 3 4 years just to get that particular money back to my bank account. So I was very,
Yeah.
I think, motivated, and you helped me a lot because you also did not took risk to test any other product. And we tested our first product, and after 21 days, I still remember, with $300 loss, we did around, after that, that product went up. My first product I ever tested, that is still
Mhm.
running right now, 2 years right now over here. And in the first month we did $10,000, and in the second month we scaled it to
Revenue.
$40,000. Yeah, in
Yeah.
revenue.
Exactly.
And
And that was because basically the approach with you was a little bit different than with my other students because you were so tight on budget.
yeah,
There was no room for any mistakes, like any mistakes at all. So what we did, and what my kind of thinking was, okay, I'm not going to let you test any product which is like not a 10 out of 10, which is perfect, which I think is okay, almost like a guaranteed winner, which are not that many products. I'm not going to like be openly say to anybody, okay, this is almost sure, I'm almost sure this is a winner, because it's a very, very kind of like broad term, and like it's hard to predict if the perfect product is not actually perfect. But yours, it actually was perfect. It was literally a 10 out of 10 from all
I'm
angles, and yeah.
I'm glad that it worked because if that does not work, okay, I need to struggle a bit more, maybe earn some money and something like that. But God was with me, so and I have given my 100%, so it worked for me, and then
Yes,
never look back.
and yeah, and also you are a very good example for everybody who kind of says that their outer outer problems which influence them make them basically not be successful here. Because I see a lot of people who kind of give this like a bunch of excuses about everything they do, and they just say, okay, it didn't work because I got blocked by Facebook. It didn't work because this happened, this happened, this happened. When in reality, it's just an external factor what happens to a lot of other people, which it's like basically other people were able to overcome it. And you're a perfect example for exactly that, because you had a lot of very, very big problems
A
coming from
lot,
your background. Maybe you can
especially if you're
elaborate on that.
from India. Like the biggest problem is getting a payment provider. I still remember it took me one fucking year to just to get PayPal and Stripe of
Yes.
US, just to get that. It took me 1 year, and I still remember the days where I survived 3 to 4 months where I don't have any money. I had money, but all the money were taken by two checkout. I still remember 10, $20,000 was my income, and that all the money they suddenly took it from me, and I need to pay mentorship fees. I need to run my business. That was the one of the biggest struggle of my time, but it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
like now I can confidently say, okay, if something happens to me, give me 4 days, I can get my business running back. That's not a
Exactly.
problem.
Exactly. And I saw that with you, that you're very good at just like solving problems, whatever it takes, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the main thing. Basically, if you have a problem which is hard to like, it seems like it's very difficult to overcome. It's just a matter of time and effort, how much you put actually in until you finish to overcoming it. And for you, it was a very, very good example, because that's like
I just
nobody
reminded
had
of the
that many
days.
problems.
I just reminded of the days. Just got reminded that me and my partner, we took a screenshot of the Shopify payment providers,
Hmm.
and I think we almost reached every one of them just to get us at least a credit card or option to pay in our websites.
Wait, you did what?
So we have like Stripe, Shopify payments, all those
Hmm.
kinds of things, right? But India, we don't have all those things. So
Hmm.
we have gone to the all the options. We have reached
Yeah.
out. We have followed up for 3 to 4 months. We have followed for some agencies or some payment provider for 3 months, and then after they say, "Bro, we don't support your business model. Fuck you." So
Yeah.
so so that was a kind of pain. I used to like. I have gone through all those things.
Yes. And I remember also like one other thing which worked for you was it only on paper? Like everything was running only on paper.
Yes,
Um,
yes. In the
so
starting,
you didn't have anybody who paid with credit card. Everybody only paid with PayPal.
yes, in the starting, and then yeah, again with only PayPal.
Yes. Okay. And so, like I remember that was a big problem. Then basically your money getting on hold was a problem. Then
On
obviously
hold,
Facebook blocks and all of that. And then
Facebook
also
blocks.
I remember also something with like a tax you had to pay onto Facebook as well, right?
Yeah, 18% I need to pay extra on the Facebook. A lot of problems actually. I
Yes.
cannot even count. So I need to when we spend $100 or for example on Facebook, it's $100 for everybody else, but I need to pay
Hmm.
18% extra.
Yes,
During
because you're
that
in
time,
India.
because I was in India, though I now figure out all the ways how to deal with that. But since you're also not from India, so you also don't know that particular problems, right? So
Yes,
it was
yes.
only me who is fighting to okay, this problem, okay, let's deal with it. Okay, after that, some other problem, let's deal with it. Only problems and
Mm.
problems, but that that made me strong a lot.
Yes. And this is a perfect example for exactly that. Like it just is the most important part to understand that if you are actually in it for until it works,
Yeah,
then you're in it until it works, and that's it. There's no other option. You just do it.
no other
And
option.
as you said, you had this like mentality of okay, burning the boats. You don't have any backgrounds. That's it. You only can go to the front. There's no other option, and it worked out. Obviously, that's a risky approach, and for a lot of people, it's not going to work out. However, as long as you keep doing the right thing and going in the right direction, there's a very high chance that it will work out as long as you keep doing the right thing. And that's kind of
Yeah,
the important part.
yeah, because giving 100% is really important because here we have a mentality. Okay, let's say I'm fighting for this bigger post in an examination. I'm
Mhm.
gonna, if that will not work, I'm gonna go down below and fight for that
Yes,
particular seat. And if that does not work, I will fight for this particular exam. Bro, you have to fight for that only, right? If you're not fighting for that, giving 100%, it will not happen to you. You will obviously not fulfill anything in your life. Yeah.
yes. No
That's
safety
a
nets
very,
for
very,
you.
yeah. Go 100%, give your 100%.
And look, I'm not saying that to everybody. Like, obviously, this is going to go on YouTube, and a lot of people are not ready for that approach. A lot of people, if you're not confident in yourself that you cannot do this for sure, then I wouldn't do it. Then I would not go this approach of, okay, I'm just all in no matter what. I'm putting everything in it. However, if you're confident in yourself, if you're confident in either the person who's guiding you through it, or if you just understand that this can be made work, then yes, then go for it. But also, for example, you only quit your job way later, right?
Way later,
So way later, yeah,
way later. I think it's been like 4 or 5 months. Uh,
from now.
right now, yeah, from now, yeah.
Which is hilarious because this I told you way earlier that you should
Yeah,
already quit your
I
job.
should have quit it because I need to convince everybody in my family, at least to my parents, and I was trying to convince them, okay, just look at my bank balance or something like that. But okay, still, because nobody was from business background in my family, so it's very hard to sometimes convince, especially Indian parents, to okay, I want to do something else. So it took me a lot, but yeah, it happened, and I took a
Yeah,
2 months vacation after that.
yeah, that's good. Okay. What would you say were kind of the main things you understood from dropshipping, like practical advice you would give to everybody either starting out or who's already a little bit more advanced? Like what do they have to focus on? What's the most important parts? Maybe tell about that.
Yeah. Okay, so for the beginners, if you're starting, I would suggest like instead of trying everything on your own and wasting your time and money, I would suggest get a mentor. Nobody, like if you trust somebody, get on a call with them, get a mentor and try to get as much as possible and do exactly what they're saying. Don't try to complicate things. Okay, these
Yep.
are the product criteria, I will add mine and I will try to do something else. Bro, they are your mentors, they have already done a lot from you. I think listening to the mentors, finding a mentor, listening to a mentor, and trusting the process. Because if one first product does not work, second product does not work, people start doubting their mentors. Okay, this guy is a fake,
Mm-hmm.
and they will just go to the market. Well, okay, hey, this guy is a fake. He took me $5,000, and he does not me teach any. It does not teach me anything, right? So
Yeah.
you have to trust your mentors. Give some time, and eventually it will happen if you not give up.
Yes, for sure, for sure. And for you, kind of, what would you say makes your stores work? Like, do they work because you have a good, like, always good product, always good ads, good stores? What is it?
I believe like it worked because you helped me a lot with each and every step of the process. Because I still remember the days you said like, okay, product is the one of the important thing. Talk about the website. If the website is shitty, also it will work. We are gonna fix
Yeah.
that. And I was giving 3 4 hours to okay, what color should be the website, what font should be the
Yeah.
website, what images, and all those kind of things in the starting. So
Mhm.
I think the product, the way we used to give, like we took around like 15 20 days just to find my winning product, like first product to test.
Yeah.
And So that was a very different approach, because in the YouTube, if you go, they're gonna test product, if not working, next product, if not working. We have a very different approach from the what I know from the market right now. So that is the one of the strategy, and the low ticket thing, because nobody is doing so, so that really work for us.
Yeah.
And I would say if you're doing 1K or 2K day in revenue, don't be comfortable, because I was comfortable. I'm still comfortable with that thing, but I'm trying to push myself. But don't be comfortable when you're doing 1K days. Try to push it to 5K and increase your profit margin and all those kind of. Don't be comfortable, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. And for you, kind of, how many winning products did you have over all the times, and how many products did you test?
Okay, so it's a crazy story. I think nobody would gonna believe that, I guess. My first product was a winning product, and then we tested another product on the same niche,
Mhm.
and that product was a winning product. And then I thought like, okay, let's give it a try for the bigger margin products. So
Mhm.
that did not work for me because I did not executed it well, and my Facebook got banned. So I thought like, okay, let's focus on this one. So my mistake. And then I started on niche, and 6 product I have tested one by one, and 6 of them were winning products.
So that's a crazy, crazy thing. Like your ratio is insane, and it's because of a couple of things. Like
Yeah.
it's from the outside, it seems like your products are pretty regular, and there's nothing crazy about them. However, if I look at them, I see what you're doing right. And I would say it's two things. Number one, the products are obviously fitting every single criteria. You're only testing 10 out of 10 products. You're not doing this mass
Yeah.
testing approach. You're extremely careful with what you test. And probably at this point, you could also change up the approach, test a lot more, find more winners, but like lower your ratio, which is also fine, which I'm
Mhm.
doing at the moment. But like your approach is totally valid as well. And the other thing are the creatives. You do very good creatives. With the creatives, I would say that that's also a very big part of why it
Yeah.
works. And also, I see like I'm in the like obviously I have the overview over multiple students at the same time, and I've seen other people testing your products and didn't make it work
Didn't make it. Yeah.
because they didn't have proper creatives in place, and because they did not make them as good as you.
And also like one thing, because I've been also in touch with a lot of my friends through the
Mhm.
community, and we have been talking about all those things, like why my
Wait,
product is working.
your connection broke up. Your connection broke up. Say that again.
Okay, so I've can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've been in touch with the community, with a lot of friends were made with the group. So
Mm-hmm.
one thing I saw, like people just test it for testing purpose.
Yes.
I wanted to test this product. I want to test 5 products, and they're gonna test 5 products, but none of that product were winning product. I test it to make it a winning product.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big difference, I think. If
Yes.
I'm testing some product, I'm 100% sure that that product were gonna work at particular by looking into particular stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I give 100% to everything what I does in my business.
Mm-hmm. So this is advice which is very, very good to a beginner and to like intermediate people. I
Yeah.
would say slowly but surely. Wait. I would say slowly but surely. In your position, I would start changing up the approach a little bit to like the more
Yeah.
advanced thing, which is going to be basically testing a lot of products, because you have to understand that the ratio itself doesn't matter. Like at this point,
Yeah.
the ratio does not matter at all. The number of winning products actually
Number of
matters.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, and if you look at the other interviews I had, like we had a couple of people on which are doing really good numbers,
Hmm.
which are kind of a little like one step even further than you in the journey,
Hmm.
which like make like got from the 10 to 15K profit to like 20 to 30, 30 to 40,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that, and then like even 100. Basically, those people are mostly testing more, and the ratio goes down. And I'm also doing the same. Like the ratio for me is not like yours. Like it's way worse than your ratio, but the number of winning products I had was also much higher. And
Yeah.
that's kind of the next thing after you're at the stage where you're at. That's the thing which will probably push you to the next level from now
Yeah.
on. Yeah, but it's very interesting what you said with the kind of testing. to make it actually work. And also when you test it, you test a bunch of different things to, like, for example, if it doesn't work from the get-go, what do you do then?
Okay, so to test a product, I don't complicate things. So there are 4 to 5 different types of creatives, and I which includes different kinds of angles. So I test, or like, let's say if I see a product in a baby niche or some niche, I need to find out 4 to 5 different angles. I send all those angles to my videographer and editor, and they generally which includes the meme style and all those kinds of different types of creatives, and I generally test all those creatives. And if one of the creatives at least work, and if I get at least one winning ad set which is at least break even and profitable, that's a very good sign for me. And then from there, it's very easy to take to like $300, $400, and make it profitable. And then just test new creatives, test different thumbnails, because I believe thumbnails and the score stoppers are the very important thing. Because I have tested it out from the winning video. Let's say if I tested 3 videos, okay, and one of them is a really good winning product for me, like winning video for me. I took that video, took 3 different thumbnails as per different angles, and tested it out, and it was great, crazy for me. So
Yeah.
always test one thing at a time, I guess. That would really work.
Exactly. And then you kind of have to go exactly what you said. Basically, you first kind of broaden things and just test this, test this, test this. And then, for example, if this thing works, then you go in depth into there and kind of test more angles in there. And then you can go even deeper and deeper and deeper with different things like prices, thumbnails, captions, like different wordings, different colors, everything. And obviously, like changing up the video itself as well. So yeah,
especially
a lot of things. A lot of things to be done there. For you, what would you say is kind of the approach you have when you see a problem? Like, let's say you have some kind of problem, how do you go about solving it?
Okay, so what I generally do is, okay, if I suppose I get some problem regarding payment provider or any problem, I go look into the YouTube and Google and something like that. I research about the problem. Does somebody has already previously faced it, or somebody? There's a lot of information you can get from internet, and note down the points. Whatever the points you think, okay, this might be the solution to the problem. Note down all the 4, 10 points and try to execute one by one, and something will hit.
Yeah. And that's really important, because most people don't do it like that. Most people go to one website, they try one thing, whatever like a random person says, and if it doesn't work, the problem is unsolvable all of a sudden. And it's basically, for every problem, you're going to see completely different solutions, or like different approaches how you go about it. Because it's very interesting to me to always see kind of different students of mine who are successful doing completely different things. Like you have a completely different approach than another student of mine or another one. However, it's still going in the right direction. As long as you do the right step, like there's kind of a couple of key points which have to be done like this, but there's a lot of variations how you approach the next step, going to the next step, and kind of how you go about everything. And this is exactly it. Because if you, for example, see a solution for a problem which worked for somebody, it is not necessarily going to work for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you have to understand that and kind of find as many solutions as possible to kind of
and also I have a very different approach regarding business and life. Okay, if something is working great or something is doing decent, that does not mean it's perfect. So for example, I will just give an example of page feedback score, right? Or something Facebook bans. You know, right, this is gonna be banned, or this page feedback score we're gonna go down soon, right? So you have to be innovative, or we have to think about, okay, what else if we do not get no feedback score on the Facebook page, and Facebook ad will run, for example. It's just an example, right? So you need to think about innovative things in your life, to do something, like to do different from others and uniquely, where fun will be involved, because you'll always be researching, and if you find something, and if one thing is found out, some that nobody is doing it, it gives me joy. Basically, it's so much fun. So
Yeah.
I always try to explore, even with the profit calculation sheet, everybody's using the app, right?
Hmm.
I learned the coding. I made that particular Excel sheet. You just do one click and all the profits for the day is calculated. Similarly for the Facebook hacks and all kinds of the no feedback scores things and all those things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I saw that constantly. Like you're constantly every time you have something which like now when you say about it, like I kind of realize where that it's actually true
Yeah.
because every time you had something which was going well, you still actually try to improve it more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
And that's a very, very good approach. Yeah. And as long as you understand that there's still potential and still there's like room for improvement, you can make it constantly even better. Now, obviously, you kind of I would say you kind of hit a plateau on your level, which is like 10 to
Yes.
15K
Yeah.
profit per month. And you have to like now ask yourself the question, okay, what's the goal here? Do you want to actually scale it up like to super high numbers? Do you want to keep it at that level and basically have a good life, which you can clearly do in India?
So I was doing really great numbers 2 months back, and I
Mhm,
thought like, okay, I was really working hard, because you remember, right?
mhm.
During the initial days, I was having no money. I did not even celebrated my birthday.
Yeah,
You still
I
remember the
remember.
days, like
Hmm. Yes.
on the last, I think 2020 New Year, my roommates and everybody were like enjoying doing parties and all those things. I was working because I know I did not get any winners yet, and I need to
Yeah.
make it. So I still remember those days, and now, right now, me buying my dream bike, traveling solo on a 2 month vacation to a places where there were no towers and nothing. So it feels great, but right now, after coming to the vacation, I think I think I need to scale my business to at least a very good number right now. I don't need a lot of money right now.
Hmm.
The money I'm earning right now is decent enough to live a very good life in India, even outside India maybe.
Yeah.
But I think it's fun to scale to a new certain level, and not for the money, because it gives me joy to, okay, I have achieved this particular level, I need to go to this level. And I have right now put, let's say if I'm gonna do 1 million profit in a year, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna treat me with this particular thing. So it's a joy. So I can buy, but I'm not buying that particular things until I'm reaching that goal.
Mm.
So because I'm not working for money anymore, I'm just working for fun and for joy, because I think I have enough money to live a very healthy life right now. But just to get an excitement level on my life, I'm gonna do that, yeah,
Yeah.
to certain level.
And that's awesome. And that's awesome. It's like you do have to have a clear vision in place of where you want to go next and what's kind of the general direction is you want to take. Because I've seen a lot of people who kind of bullshit themselves into thinking they need to make X or need to, like, for example, need to make 100K profit per month. When in reality, it's if you want that, that's an amazing goal and you should like try to hit it. However, if you're super well off with like 10K, 20K, 30K, it's fine to stay at that level as long as you're honest to yourself and tell yourself, okay, here in this area, I'm done, but I want to expand in other areas. For example, I want to like whatever you said with a bike, I want to get like a really, really good at that or like become like a pro. I don't know if
Yeah.
there's like competitions. It doesn't matter, but you basically can say, okay, I have this money now. I can do whatever I want to, and I can put my time and effort into the other thing. For example, traveling, doing the bike
Yeah.
stuff, going swimming, whatever your passion is, do that. Go surfing. It doesn't matter. Um, and that's totally fine as long as you kind of don't lie to yourself and tell yourself, I want to make this. However, I also want to do this. And you have to put the priorities in place and then
Yeah.
try to achieve it. Yeah.
And lately I realized this, because I was previously I was into just money. Okay, I'm doing 100K days, I wanted to go 500k days. I want to do this. I want to do
500K
like
days, 100. You did
not and
100K day.
sorry, 100k month. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
100k month and 500 month, maybe 1 million a month. But I thought about it. Okay, okay. Let's say if I'm doing $1 million, let's say revenue in month.
Hmm.
What else? I'm gonna go for 2 million, 5 million, or something like that. But after that, need to think about it, right? Are you really happy doing $1 million, putting 9 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours in your business and not giving time to family, not giving time to yourself? So right now, after this much vacation, I finally maybe I'm just exploring myself right now, but
Hmm.
I wanted to give time to myself and try to make my business as passive as possible. So my main goal is to make this very, very passive and try to scale at the same time and do whatever I wanted to do in my life.
Yeah, yeah, and that's mostly the goal for most people who come into the business. So I would say mostly everybody who starts with dropshipping, they don't make it to make 100K profit per month. That's not the end goal. The end goal is to get passive income and make like
Yeah,
5 to 15K in profit, and just basically invest like a couple of hours per day and actually have a lot of time for you,
yeah,
like free time, and do whatever you want on your own spare time, which is a great goal. However, a lot of people then get sucked into wanting more and wanting more and wanting more, which is
yeah,
also totally fine. And it's like you have to be a very dedicated and disciplined person if you want to keep going after you're doing great. It's like for me, for
yeah,
example, like big names, like let's say even like Conor McGregor, like a huge name in the like MMA industry, obviously like very, very rich. And at some point right now, he's making so much money that he's not like right now he's not winning any fights anymore because he just made so much money. It's very
hmm,
hard to wake up at 7 in the morning and go for like a 3 hour jog, you know. And obviously
hmm,
that's fine. However, for other people, they don't get comfortable. And I also see like a lot of like pro athletes which are just crushing it and like doing really, really good money and just keep going and keep going and keep going because they're obsessed, because they love what they're doing. And
yeah,
if the passion itself is, for example, biking, then do that. If the passion, however, is became business, then do that, because you're going to expand on that, and that's going to bring you the most amount of joy. So yeah.
So for me, I think money is not anymore the factor to work right now. It's
Mhm.
the goals, so that I wanted to help a lot of people in my life because I'm still helping a lot, and I'm gonna maybe I can help after achieving that particular level. I can help a lot of people, more people right now.
Yeah, yeah. And like currently, how many hours per day do you work?
In the vacation time, I was giving like half an hour from the last 2 months because I have like outsourced everything, even the Facebook ads, kind of.
Mhm.
But if you just ask me, 4 to 5 hours a day right now. But I'm gonna
Yeah,
increase that soon because I've explored a lot right now. I need to work a little bit.
yeah, yeah. And how much did you work when you started out?
uh, Whatever time I was having, because I was working 9 hours in my job and
Mhm.
then remaining 6, 7 hours, 8 hours, whatever the time and energy I was having, everything, each and every time was the remaining time was into my dropshipping business.
Yeah, and
Everything.
I would say you kind of made up for all the problems and for all the like lacking money in the beginning. You kind of made it up by actually working way, way more than usual. Because if you wouldn't have all the problems you had, and if the
Yeah.
budget would be not so tight, a couple of hours would be much, much more doable, and you kind of would be able to achieve the same as you did. However, because you didn't have that, you had to just like double down and make extra, extra, extra work constantly to get to the same level. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah. Mm, what would you say are kind of the main tasks you're doing right now? Like and by the way, before I ask you that, like what you said before was like you said 15 to 21 days you took before you even tested the product. And that was hardcore, like the very first time when we didn't, like when we started, when I didn't let you test anything, like to test anything which was not perfect. That was
Hmm.
actual product research. That was like hardcore product research, doing it for, as you said, like 5 to 7 hours per day at least.
Yeah,
So that
I
was
was just
not
doing
like
product research.
normally if like I would see like another student who has a full-time job who's doing like 2 hours per day or so, that's an actual month or 1.5 month. So you kind of put that like all the
Yeah,
time into the 15 to 21 days or so, to find that really good product. With other people, it could have taken even longer to find like a 10 out of 10 product.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Fuck, now I forgot the question. What do you do? Like when do you work the couple of hours per day right now? What do you?
So generally in the starting of the day, from 10 a.m. to 12, because I generally manage the ads, and at the night, uh,
Mhm.
like around 9 to 11 something, 4 hours there. And if there's some meeting or something like that, or I need to talk to some of my VAs, and to like do the product research, okay, or to have some meetings regarding the what else we can do in our business and the creative and all those things. So generally 1 hours in between the middle of the day, as per their availability, I generally do that. That's it.
Okay, got it, got it. And just to summarize here, you said you tested 6 products in the pet niche, which all worked, and then
Yeah,
before you tested 3 products, and 2 of them were winners.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So out of 9 products, you had 8 winners.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's
I,
really, really
I
crazy.
thought like, okay, I was lucky enough or what, I don't know. Then again I tested one another product on the same niche, and that product was like first day profitable and still running.
It's insane.
Maybe
Like those
I don't know,
numbers
like
are absurd. Like you normally
uh,
don't see them.
because if I say to somebody, okay, I tested this many products and this product worked, and he will say, you're just fake, bro. You're just fake.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Maybe you can actually, do you have access to the ads managers from your laptop that you're using right now?
yes, yes.
Yeah, maybe you can go on there, because that could be also pretty interesting. Maybe you can show like how a product developed and where you kind of when it started out, when you tested it, how it normally looks when you test it.
Okay, so I don't have that particular old business
Hmm.
managers, but I have a recent one. I think
Yeah,
2 3 months back I have tested it out. Let me just first share.
cool. All right, so now we have it. Yes. The other part we're gonna cut out. And let's start the recording here.
Yeah, so this was a first day of the product, and this was like I tested this product on very first day, and
Mhm.
it's $8 cost per purchase. This is the first
What's
day.
the break even?
Break even was around like $6 something, and less than
Mhm.
$6.
So super low
And
ticket.
yeah, and but it has a very good upsell potential. So
Ah, so what's the real break even?
yeah, so just I doubled the budget, because I on the first day I knew that this product is gonna boom up. So
Mhm.
second day the ad spend was $100, and then
Maybe you
next
can
day that's
also show at the same time the store, how much you made on there, or did you make others
okay.
products at the same time as well?
Okay, let me see if I was. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
let me just
Um,
go to 29.
so you
Yeah,
spent
this is the
$50.
I spent $50 and I get back 157.
Nice. Okay. Hmm.
And the next day I scaled up, because I knew that product is gonna work crazy. This is the second day. I spent $100, and next day $300 approximately,
Okay.
3x
Nice.
ROAS. And then let me
By the
just
way,
take a.
if you have this for like 3 to 5 days, you can be almost like 100% sure you have a winner.
Yeah, because 3 days consistent in consistent this kind of results. So 144 again. I spent $50,
Hmm.
as you said. Don't scale too much in the
Yes.
starting, because I have fucked up before. I have from $600 I have increased to eight, like plus $800, 1200, $1,300 in ad spend, and that fucked up my thing. So I
Yes.
still
Yes.
remember a
Yes.
lot of mistakes.
You cannot go too greedy. Like first you can scale up
Yeah.
gradually, later on you can go quicker.
So after
So
this,
nice.
so let
Okay,
me
you
just.
spent 150 and made
Yeah,
370. And
yeah, and
this
then
is one
let's.
of those products which is like a very, very clear winner.
Yeah.
So
from the
here,
first
what did
day.
you do? Did you horizontally test? Like, did you test a bunch of new interests, or did
Yeah, I
you
test a
test like the
bunch
same
of new
things?
interest, all the cold interest, and everything works. Even if you see some are $1 cost per
Yeah.
purchase, so
Yes. So
this is
if you have a
crazy.
winner, like almost everything works. Like if you have a
Yeah,
proper winner.
yeah,
Um,
and a very good creative. If we have and winning product, everything works.
yeah.
No matter, no need to worry about if lookalike work, broad will work,
Yes.
or do that, this, that, $20 budget, $30 budget, $100. No need to worry about anything. Just
Yeah.
scale. And that's what I like about winning products. So in the
Yes.
next month, we spent around like $6,000 only.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there was some reason why we spent only $6,000 by this result,
Mm-hmm.
and we did around like 40. No, wait, I think
You got other
June.
articles then?
I think I scaled it from another. No, sorry, it's July or June. Let me just check.
No, it's
June.
June. It was June, but I assume you had other.
I have. Oh no, so other campaigns we have selected only one campaign, right? So we spent around like
Oh,
$20,000. Yeah,
got it.
we spent
Okay.
$20,000, and on the very first month, kind of first month, because this is the first month of the particular product, and we did around 42K. So
Mm-hmm.
almost 2.2 something ROAS. Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Okay. And this is something which is a pretty typical result if you have like a clear winner.
Mhm.
In other cases, you're going to see something else where it's basically not immediately going to pop off, and it's going to take a couple
Yeah,
of weeks
it took
to
some
really
time.
work.
Yeah.
But it's also fun. But yeah, maybe you can stop the screen sharing here now.
Yeah.
And as one last question to wrap it up, I
Yeah.
always like this question. Basically, what would be the number one advice you would give to a beginner right now who's just starting out?
I would suggest get some money in your bank account, get some backup, at least like some couple of bucks, and then don't do everything on your own because you don't know anything right now. Even if you're gonna go on YouTube, you're gonna trust me on that because I have done the same thing. You're gonna go to the YouTube and you're gonna learn a lot of things, obviously, but I don't think that would help a lot at a very long period of a time because get a right mentor, invest on the mentorship, and just do it, man, and follow the instruction and have patience. And
Yeah,
if you're gonna join Michael, trust him and just go through the process and just give it some time and everything would be all right.
yeah, I love that answer. That's for sure true. So on that note, for everybody watching right now, if you actually want to start working with me, you can click the link below this video, sign up for a free consultation session with me personally. We can have a quick chat and see if we're actually a good fit. Everything seems fine. We're actually going to get started in the program together. And if one of us thinks it's not a good fit, we're basically going to end it there. So yeah, sign up for that. See you there or in the next video. And yeah, thank you, Gaurav, for having you.
Thank
Really
you,
enjoyed the
Michael, for
call.
having me.
And again, like you're a very, very strong inspiration for everybody. And I truly mean that from all the students I had so far, you're the one person where I see that kind of you had the most struggles, which you had to overcome, and you still managed to do that. And I see a
Yeah.
lot of people quitting at half the things you overcame. You know, I see a lot of people who had not even half of the problems you had, and not even close to half, probably like a tenth, and they quit. So it's really inspiring that you actually kept going there until it just worked out, and now you're very consistent, constantly over 10K profit per month, which is just awesome. So yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you, Michael, for your. I wanted to say I'm really grateful again and again. I will be grateful for my life that I met you. That's a very good life changing experience for me when I met you. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, then let's end it here. Have a great day
Yeah.
and see you guys in the next video.